So now I'm just waiting for the guy at the service center to come by, bring my truck. It's like truck delivery, except it's just me getting my truck back. And it's the great thing. He'll just come by and pick me up, bring me back to the service center, and then I bring the truck back. Or he may just come here with my truck and his colleague following him and then just leave. So I just got back home and I need to do some things, including, look at the cutie kitty. And I figured I'm going to hold the camera because I have to say this before I forget. And that is, did they fix the car problem? No. Is it necessary to fix? No. It's just really inconvenient. And basically what happened was I told you the engine's heating up, or the engine's showing engine hot, air conditioner off. And this is a problem Silverados between the years 2006 and 2013 have, that the battery is too close to the sensor. So the battery heater makes the sensor tell the car the engine's hot. What I can do is order a factory blanket heater from GM and have him install it. And that would be about $350. And there's no guarantee that's going to solve the problem. So what I decided to do was, tomorrow I'm going to plug the truck in only 2 hours before I drive it, instead of leaving it plugged in the whole day. And if that works, then great. It's not going to work. But then my second option is only plug the truck in when it goes under 0. But that's just going to kill the engine eventually. And I know some people will say I do it. Every car is different. My truck's not going to do it. I hear it struggling once it gets under 15 degrees. So that's really not an option for me. The third option is, since I don't really drive much during the winter, I'm just going to go once every 2 weeks to the grocery store, drive the truck with the engine hot, because it's not actually hot. And the only inconvenient part of this is sometimes when I come, when I shut the truck off and I come back out of the post office or grocery store, I have to wait about an hour for it to start up again. It doesn't happen all the time, and I will probably just keep the engine running when I run in the store, and I'll just shop really fast. Only have to make about 15, 20 trips this winter, so it's not going to be bad. It's just going to be inconvenient. It's not bad to drive the truck when it's saying engine hot, because the engine isn't hot. It's just I may have to wait an hour after getting to the grocery store. I'm also debating on getting the factory blanket heater, and maybe I'll do that in a couple of weeks. Probably I'll do it the first time the car doesn't start and I have to wait for an hour. That's the situation. The second thing is, now I'm going to show you a clip of me driving home for about 20 seconds. There's no sound because I forgot to unmute the phone. So enjoy that, and then we'll get back to the goofiness of the video. Happy he's back. They said an Arctic blast is coming today, and it came, and it's 3 degrees. And then I thought to myself, yesterday was 12 degrees. There was no Arctic blast. I don't think the Arctic blast is as bad as it sounds. It is really pretty. Got about 8 inches of snow. And I'm going back in because it's cold. Now, I know I didn't invent this new way to shovel, but I'm going to pretend I did because it makes me feel smart. Instead of shoveling with the shovel, because that's exhausting, I decided to try this. Finished. I'm already tired. Now, yes, there's still snow on the ground. I get it. But I don't want the snow completely off this walkway because I don't want it to get icy. And frozen snow really doesn't get slippery. So this is what I'm going for. And actually, what I was doing was I would sweep this after it snowed only a few inches, and then I did it again, and then I forgot to do it. So it really cleared everything off perfectly if I swept it every time it snowed like 2 to 4 inches. But the last 2 days we've got about 10 inches of snow, so I didn't do anything. I looked out the window and I thought to myself, I should do it now. And then I just went back and watched YouTube. So this is my punishment, but it's actually good because you don't really get snow and track it into the house. And it's fast. And it doesn't matter. It's, you know, I'm doing it for myself because I have nothing else to do and I'm getting ready to eat dinner. And I thought, come out here and make it pretty. It's pretty now. You know, the cats are comfortable with me now when I get up and go to the bathroom and I come back and they've both taken over my seat. It's like I'm at the zoo. So, got the truck back, and before I tell the short story, I'm going to thank, I think his username was Andy Askew. He did mention something I should try, and coincidentally, I just tried it 12 hours earlier, and I'll get to that in a second, but thanks, Andy, for suggesting something. If you were in Alaska, you would have been on my time zone and probably been faster than me and the mechanic deciding what we should do. So the mechanic basically decided that the battery and the blanket over the battery is too close to the sensor. And we looked it up, and it did say that this is a typical issue that GM vehicles have from the year 2006 to 2013. So when the battery heats up, it's telling the sensor fairly quickly that the engine's overheating when the truck's plugged in. So we didn't really have a idea what to do. Maybe order a factory blanket from the factory. The dealer, the mechanic here would install it. But I said to him, I'm going to go back home and plug the truck in only for 2 hours. You know, I'll leave it unplugged overnight. Battery's pretty much going to be, for the most part, dead. It wouldn't start, I could tell, because it got down to -6. And I'll see if it starts up after being plugged in for 2 hours and if the light comes on. The truck started up and the light didn't come on. That said engine hot. But the truck didn't really like to get started. It was still, you know, a bit cold. I just gave it like one short pump of gas and then it caught on and started. Then I thought, okay, today I'm going to try 3 hours. Plug it in for 3 hours, see what happens. And again, it didn't show the engine hot light. And the truck needed one quick pump of gas to get the engine going, because, you know, it wanted to stall after I started it. So I'm going to keep on adding an hour every day until the truck starts up just like normal, or until the hot engine light comes on, and then I'll know, you know, how long I can plug the truck in. What I decided to do is to buy a used $3,000 minivan, and I'll tell you why. The first thing is, I've been mentioning for a while I want to get a trailer, you know, an old trailer, a small one. And then I thought, you know, after what's been going on this week, that it would be a nice idea to have a backup car in the winter. And what I plan on doing with the minivan is I am going to, first of all, wait until someone's selling it. And I'm not going to get it this winter. You know, I'll save some money and get it for next winter, maybe in the summer. Once in a while, someone's selling a car here, and often they're pretty low and they say they run good. So I will have to trust them, because normally I don't like buying cars from people you don't know, because they're just going to lie. But here, it's going to be easy to, you know, everybody knows everybody for the most part. So they don't want someone coming up to their front door saying, you sold me a piece of junk. So I'm trusting they're going to tell the truth. Maybe someone I know knows someone who's selling a car. That would be great. But it has to be a minivan. And this is why. I want to take out the back seats and use it in the summertime as a camping van. Then I don't need to get a trailer. And I have a winter car, you know, just in case something happens, or even in the summer if something happens to the truck and it has to be in the workshop for a couple of days, I'll have another car. Won't get stuck at home like I did, which isn't really a big deal, but I really like it because then I don't have to get a trailer. I'll have the minivan for a camping van. After I thought about that, I thought it would be nice if this garage was heated, but of course it's not heated because it's not insulated. It's also very high, so it would be a bit expensive. So I spoke to my friend who builds the things, and I said to her, we should consider building me a 2-door garage for my truck and for my minivan, and a little space for my future ATV and possibly dirt bike. And I said, because if you plug in the truck, you're looking at about an extra $100 every month added to your electric bill. And if you think about it, if I actually do get a minivan next year, I would be plugging in 2 vehicles. That would be, you know, roughly $200 extra to the electric bill, which is a lot. If the 2-door garage is even half the size of this house, I could actually heat that even with the Toyo stove. That would be cheaper than than plugging in two cars. So that's also something for the future. Now, it'll depend on how much it cost her to build it, and she'll let me know that. But my future is to get the minivan before next winter, and also to get a heated garage in the next 2 to 5 years, probably closer to 5 years. But just wanted to share that with you. I know it's pointless, a heated garage, but then I don't have to worry about plugging in the cars and the ATV and possibly the dirt bike. So this is something I really like making for dinner. You got your lettuce, you got your ground beef, we got other stuff. We'll see what it looks like when it's done. Now we have the mozzarella out. We have the cats eating so they leave me in peace. And we have the meat cooking. In the oven, less grease. Good for the bones. So the meat is done. The lettuce and the cheese are ready. So let's see what I made and how it turned out. Might be a little too much lettuce. So this is it, what I call my taco plate. I didn't add tomatoes because I don't feel like tomatoes. And I add a little taco sauce in there. It's like a giant taco without the shell. And while I eat, they continue to eat.